This is what it looks like now. And there's no cover for this, and it's pretty rusted up. But I'll mount it outside the wall, and the same thing over there. But, like here, I already cut a groove in the pipe for the main right there. That's the Socoteco line. I can slide that over the wire, have it come out at an angle, and come up to the box along the wall. And the same thing on the other side. But it all has to be in place before I pour the concrete. I want to nail plywood on one side about this high and on this side with everything in there and some rebar and just pour concrete in there. I have a mixer, a drill mixer. And then when that's done and dry, then I move the plywood up, and then I pour more concrete down. And then the third part, I'll need some help. Put the plywood up, leave a small hole up there, and pour concrete down. Just like when they poured the columns. And that'll be completely sealed off. But the boxes won't be in the wall, they'll be outside the wall on both sides. But that's the list of parts I need. And the 2 boxes, the 1 extra box is 600 pesos. That's for the solar. That'll be right here. I'm gonna make a little solar room. That way it has a separate spot that it doesn't get moisture or rain or anything. Plus, that's where the wires will come down for the solar panels and the electric. Right now, that wire is how I've got electrical switches on the 2nd and 3rd floor. I carefully fed that wire down the pipe from the 3rd floor, 2nd floor, and down to here, over there. That's how I have electricity up there. Anyway, but right there is where I'd put the other panel. And then we'd have the controller on the wall, the MMPT controller, solar controller, and have a little stand with the batteries on the floor. And I run 2 wires from over there. One will be condemned when no, it won't be condemned. When the solar goes live, it'll loop like that. It'll go in, come in, go back. It has to go through the solar controller first, then back into the power distribution. If the controller's off, Socoteco just goes right through it. If there's a blackout, the solar controller goes on and feeds into the electrical system. And with the other box, I can run one other line out over to the house, a really thick one. So anyway, but it's almost 6,000 pesos for the electrical. And I have to wire all that up before I close the wall. Anyway, I showed you the pictures, and it's cheaper off Shopee, and that's good Boston equipment, the same we have in the house.